will never ever fail. I have a Father who will never ever fail. Jesus is my Father. He will never ever fail me. Rock of Ages, never ever fail. I have a Father who will never ever fail me. I have a Father who will never ever fail me. Jesus is my Father. He will never ever fail me. Rock of Ages, never ever fail. Father Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for bringing us together in your presence in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
We give you praise and we give you all the glory.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
You may have your seats.
Thank you.
Good morning and happy Father's Day.
Good morning.
And happy Father's Day.
Today I'm going to be talking about the roles of a father in the home. First of all, who is a father? A father is one of two parents, a male parent who instills his knowledge and experiences into his child. That is, all his experiences and knowledge, meaning physical, mental, and spiritual. Our memory verse is going to be taken from Deuteronomy 6 to 9. If you're there, say amen.
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 And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk to them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be frontlets between their eyes, and thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates. Amen.
Amen.
Fathers are already commanded by God to teach their children daily scriptures and commandments of the world and the commandments of the Bible. It says in verse 7, when you sit in your house, that is when you are in your house, they should still teach them. When thou walkest by the way, that is when they are going out, whether it be in the car, when they walk to the park, when they are going to school, when thou liest down, that is when they are going to bed, their evening devotion. He needs to keep teaching them daily scriptures. When thou wakest up, that is morning devotion. He needs to teach them daily scriptures of the word of the Lord. The father represents to a family what the high priest represents to Israel, because he is the spiritual leader and spiritual head of the family. Did you know that a child's relationship and social development are affected solely by the father? Because when a young woman, when a girl grows up to be a young woman and she's looking for a husband, she looks for traits she saw in her own father, or she still sees in her father. And when a boy is growing up, they always try to model themselves after their fathers. That is to show you that the father's job is very important. Because if you are not a very good father, that is, if you assault your wife and your son is watching you, he will grow up to be the same way. Or if you tattoo your hands or put piercings all over your body, you know that your son is going to be like that too.
I hear.
I want you to open your Bibles to Ephesians 6, verse 4. If you're there, say amen.
Amen.
And ye fathers, Provoke not your child to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Bringing them up. This is the second role of the father. The first role was to teach them scriptures. The second one is to discipline them. Bringing them up, they need to discipline them and instruct them in the words of the Lord. After all, how did the Lord discipline us? He gave us his loving discipline with a higher good in mind. Meaning he was teaching us. When Jesus came, he taught us in order for us to fulfill our glorious destiny. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
The Lord instructed us through his trials and through his word. A father can make or break a child, so we need to bring them up in the same type of discipline that the Lord deals with us.
Amen.
And God is not an unjust God. Rather, he is patient, he is understanding, he is loving, he is caring, and he is compassionate. So we need to be, fathers, you need to be like the Lord to your children, as you need to be what the Lord is for us to your children. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Let's open our Bibles to Proverbs 3:11-12. And it says, "My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his corrections. For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, even as a father the son in whom he diligenteth." This explains to us that discipline is equal to love. Did you know that the opposite of love is actually not hate? It is apathy. Meaning that if you do not discipline, and what is apathy? Apathy is the lack of interest. So when you don't discipline your child, you have lacked interest in them, or you lack interest in them.
I hear.
Meaning, well, you lack interest in them. But when you discipline your child, it should be out of love. And from that love, your child will grow up to respect others and respect themselves. That's why when we grow up, or when we are still children as we are right now, when we do the wrong things at home, our dad, or even our mom.
It's a different case.
That's why we try to be the best we can be, and we respect ourselves.
That's right.
I want us to get up and thank the Lord in praise.
Amen.
Amen. Wow.
We